Hello everyone, today I want to show you Amumu builds that are literally free LP so you can push for higher ranks before the season ends. I will mostly talk about Amumu jungle, but in the end I'll tell you what I prefer in support as well. I won't talk about runes here, but if you're still interested, check out the video I made about them. We will start off with the standard build. You should go this if you want to carry your team with damage, or if you're not too experienced on Amumu. For your first item, choose Demonic Embrace. It amplifies the damage a lot and gives you stats that Amumu really likes. The only problem you will have with this item is that before finishing the item, drakes are really hard to take. You most likely need at least level 5, and even then, you still get really low in the process. Therefore, cheating drakes becomes really hard and you are better off doing it with your teammates together. If you have your first item, you should buy boots next. Choose plated steel caps if you're playing against a lot of on-hit damage, or mercury treads if you play against AP heavy teams with CC. After that, you go Jaksho for tankiness. It gives you good stats and the passive synergizes with Amumu a lot. You could go even short instead, but if you want to carry, you should stick to Jaksho. Your last items are situational. If the enemies have a lot of 80 damage with healing, go Thornmail. If they have 80 damage without healing, go Sunfire. If they have AP damage, go Abyssal Mask. You can also go Knight's Vow, Frozen Heart or Zhonya's if needed. If you're playing against a lot of AP damage and Abyssal Mask is not enough, you can go Spirit Visage if you play with an Enchanter or Force of Nature. My favorite build is an adaptation of the standard build. I call it the no mythic build. You start off with Demonic. After that you buy boots. Don't upgrade them, at least if they don't give you insane value. You want as much gold as possible for the items you buy. You follow up with Sunfire. The damage you can deal with those two items is really high. Additionally, your objective control is insane. With a bit more armor, you can easily solo Nash, what is completely insane. As third item, I go Thornmail if we need anti-heal and armor. Abyssal Mask if I need magic resist. Abyssal Mask also boosts your damage with its passive. At this point in the game, I start to think about the mythic I want to build. Either I go Jaksho for tankiness, even short for cheap tankiness and damage, or Rocket Belt for AP damage and to deliver my ult easier. But sometimes I buy Abyssal Mask, Thornmail or Zhonya's instead, and then purchase a mythic as last item. I choose this build if I play against AD heavy teams, like ADC, jungle and top AD. I always take Conqueror as keystone. Treasure Hunter works well with the build as you are gold dependent. Your carry potential is greater than with the standard build, but if you fall behind, you have a hard time as you are lacking tankiness, but soloing Nash can steal games away sometimes. Now we come to the next build. I call it the supportive build. With this build you can have great impact on the map, and it's especially strong if you are playing with or against hyper carries. The idea is to give up own power to amplify your teammates' damage. You start off with Barmy Cinder. It gives you good early damage and lets you take camps or objectives more easily. Try to get enough gold to afford it after your first back. But don't upgrade Barmies to Sunfire. It's not worth, and you rather want to spend your gold on items that help your teammates. After that I buy a Union Boots. You want to be mobile and reduce the cooldown of your ult as much as possible. After that, go into even shot to boost your team's damage while being tanky. To help the main carry of your team even more, buy Knight's Vow next. All its stats benefit you and your carry gets tanky as well. Your other items, once again, are situational. You can choose between Thornmail, Zhonya's, Demonic, Frozen Heart or Abyssal Mask. The three builds I presented to you are the most viable and efficient builds available for Amumu jungle right now. Even if you're solo AP, I would always choose one of the three. If you still want to go AP items, I can recommend the following builds. First, the Burst AP build. Go Rocket Belt into Rabadons into Void Staff. If you are not behind, you can one-shot almost every enemy. The last items should be Zhonya's, Shadow Flame or Banshees. Another option is the Rumble build, Demonic into Rocket Belt. After that you either go more utility AP items or tank. In general, other AP mythics can be considered as well. Items like Night Harvester, Everfrost, Rod of Ages or Liandry's work good with Amumu as well, but I prefer Everfrost the most. Lastly, after talking about Amumu jungle for the whole video, support Amumu should get some love as well. Against AD heavy teams, or if anti-heal will be needed, I go Thornmail first into Boots, into Even Shroud. After that, I go Knight's Vow or Abyssal Mask. If Thornmail doesn't have much value, I go Even Shroud into Knight's Vow or Abyssal Mask. Generally, Zhonya's gives you a lot of value as support as well. You can go it as second or third item if needed. Everfrost can be considered as first item too. If you need extra lockdown against champions like Echo or Marseille, Everfrost can give you a lot of value. After that, I would go Knight's Vow or Zhonya's. That's it for today. If you want my opinion on any other items, feel free to write a comment. Also, if there are other things you want to talk about, just ask. Amumu or jungle related, of course. Leave a like and subscribe. See you next time!